All right, this is for the Gemini couples for the 15th of December through the 31st. This is a couples spread. Also, always be sure to check out the singles too, because that can have information that you'd like to know about as well. Join me on Facebook, because on Friday, December 23rd, I'm doing a Facebook live event on my Tyler's Tarot channel, and I'll be doing live on-air readings for people that are in the chat room. So with that being said, also if you want to get a reading from me, all of that's in the description, including my Facebook link. All right, what's bringing you together, making you fall apart? A lack of commitment or money loss. Someone may have spent a lot of money. You know, you're being challenged to let go of energy that doesn't need to be revived, Gemini. You're waiting on something else. You're waiting on something, either money, or you may be manipulating. If it's not your energy, apply it to the person that you're with. But you're waiting on something. I'm going to clarify some of these cards. Someone's holding on to someone too tightly, Gemini's partner. So one's holding on to one tightly. One's manipulating. But yet there's still that lack of a commitment, you know, not enjoying the fruits of your labors. In a love reading, that means not enjoying the fruits of your labor. So whatever you put effort into in this relationship, you're not enjoying it. You're not enjoying the labor of it. You're not enjoying the fruits of that labor. Partners in the Nine of Swords, so they're feeling, you know, depressed. They have an anxiety. They're in their head. They're not sleeping good. Yet they're about to make a decision about something, Gemini. They're holding on to you. In reference to money, someone's probably holding on to money that's owed Gemini, but this is a love reading. What's the Seven of Pentacles about? And you're not letting something die. You're not letting a phase die, a cycle die. You're not letting it transform. So you're basically just sticking around with old energy. You know, it's like even though the love's not there, you're still sticking in it. You're still staying in there. What's the Seven of Pentacles about? You're waiting on something to become better because of past heartbreak. It's not going to get better. You know, if you know, this is not what makes a relationship. A relationship is made of love, not something because someone wants to hold on to you, Gemini. Sorry, Gemini. I love you guys, but Lord, you're waiting on a situation to get better because of some past heartbreak. You think this person's not going to break your heart again, basically. What's the Magician about? Yeah, see, pure manipulation. With the Five of Swords being there, that's saying that someone is using their sharp-ass tongue and their vicious ways to manipulate you. If it's not your energy, apply it to your partner. But both of you are guilty of it because you're holding on to one another. You're not letting each other move on. Sorry, Gemini. Lord, it's like the same reading every time. And it's like I would never want to live my life like this. And I'm not saying I'm better because I've held on to people before, but I eventually let go. Let's see, what's this Four of Pentacles about? See, not having the strength and not having the bravery, not taking the bull by the horns and being like, you know what, don't let me hold on to this person anymore because I have better things ahead of me. I'm going to let a cycle end, that way someone else can come in. What's this Nine of Swords about? Why is the partner in their head? You know, because they're lacking the patience. They're lacking the bravery to move on. They don't have the patience. Their temper's out of whack. They may be yelling and screaming in their head, in depression. You know, and totally bound into something that they don't have to be bound to. What's this Two of Swords in reference to? They're making a decision about expanding out elsewhere, or either there's a decision over a pregnancy. Maybe that's something that, what's this, the Empress about, what's this Empress? Yeah. So they're emotionally unhappy. You know, it's like, they're trying to expand. But it's like no matter what the efforts they put in, it's like they're not getting anything of it with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. What's this Death about? You're being challenged to end this, Gemini. See, you're working on reviving. See, Eight of Pentacles, clarifying the Death card. You're working on reviving this relationship, even though you know it's not going anywhere. You know, you're basically trying to revive a death. You're resurrecting old energy to keep this together. What are you waiting on? You're waiting on things to get better. Clarify with Three of Swords. You had heartbreak in the past, but you're like, oh, this person's going to come around and act better. And the way I see it, it's not. See, Tower, clarify with the Nine of Pentacles. That's telling me that no matter what, whatever you tried, something's going to come in, break this up, and yet you're still going to delay the inevitable ending. See, look, that flipped up. You saw that on the camera. 10 of Cups in reverse. Bam. It came up. You saw that. That's on camera. Gemini, this situation is ending. It's ending. It's gone. It's done. And the reason I'm so strict with you guys is because I know so many of you, and they're all going through it. It's not just you. So when you're looking at me in this camera lens, and you're like, oh, it's just me. It's just me. No, it's not. I know a lot of Geminis that are going through the same exact situation. Same signs and everything. What's the final outcome for Gemini? Someone moves on eventually. That could be going into January. Someone is moving out, moving on, because they are exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It's over. You saw this card flip up on its own. That's the relationship ending card. If I don't know one, clarify with the Tower. Boom, you're done. It's done. But yet you still feel chained to the situation. So I do see this going on for a while. You know, sorry Gemini, I come off as kind of ill and hateful, but I see this this is personal to me, because I see Geminis going through this that I know of. Multiple Geminis going through it with a water sign. One more card. What's this Eight of Pentacles about with this Death card? Yeah, see? Gemini. These three cards right here tell you you're being challenged to end it. You're trying to resurrect a situation by working on it, trying to make it better with the Eight of Pentacles in the upright, but yet you're not letting the cycle end. So if anything, let the cycle end, move on for a little while, the person comes back, maybe it'll work better because you worked through your differences. You know, you moved on. If you feel the connection, then go back to the person. If not, just live your life. All right. Have a good one.